Alright guys, here we go. The old Crash King RC. Back at the scx10 2 builder's kit with falling apart drive shafts. Did the paint work last night? If this is the first you're seeing the paint work, no, it's not perfect. It really wasn't intended to be a complete paint job in a sense. I really was heading for a little bit of a dusting it with a silver and then maybe putting a little blue tinge in it, but when I started painting the blue, man, it covered good, so I just went to town. So this is actually not a heavy blue paint, it's actually a pearl. Normally with that pearl it doesn't cover the greatest. So that being said, I think it turned out decent. Obviously not the greatest, I know that. I am not perfect by no long shot, but hey, I gave her a go. So I think it's all right. So I was going to start assembling the putting the next step, which is putting the drive shaft putting the front diff in. Of course, I just noticed that the one bolt I thought you would have started with, which I figured would have been the panhard bar, it doesn't look like they actually put the panhard bar in right away. So it's way down the road. So I wasn't prepared at all. It looks like we put the 3-link to the transmission plate in first. So 2 of those, which is those 2 right there, and then one of the longer ones, which I believe is that one. Yes. Alright, and then I need one nut. And guess me being crazy ain't enough. So I'm going to flip this around the way they're doing it, just to kind of follow the directions and maybe screw it up from there. I'm going to go ahead and put the pin in the front drive shaft, just because of how much of a bear these drive shafts are, as far as how easy they fall apart. No. And when you get your alignment off, does not make this the easiest thing in the world. It should have been a lot simpler than that, but for some reason I've been having a bit of a wonderful time. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 bolts in here first. Then I'll flip around and do the upper link. And of course, with 2 10 mils of paint on this thing, it is showing the shorter bolts look like they go through here, which just double checking myself. That screws right into the actual transmission pan, your motor plate, whatever. Then the long bolt goes through the top side, which I might needed to check and see if that had to be done first. But I'm hoping I can flip this dude over and do it easier that way. before. This is my first uh, 10-2 build, and I'm probably going to slap myself. No, it should be right there. Okay. It is on far side. Okay. Sorry, I got to looking at the directions there and I'm thinking, wait a minute. They're showing that being on the other side. But it's just because I'm upside down and backward, everything else. I did do a video on the painting of this frame. Dadgummit. With 6 mils of paint on here. Everything's fitting pretty tight. That should be on the driver's side. But with my wonderful phone service, I think I got a break in my string somewhere because my other can isn't hearing my conversation. I'm really loving this phone service. Not at all. I tried to load a video on the frame last night and it told me that it would be 2 hours. I went to bed at, or started that around 2:30 this morning, and then when I woke up at 7:30 this morning, it still said I had 3 hours to go, and it had not loaded. So to say the least, I've got to wait and try to do it somewhere else. But normally I would use my wrenches, but I'm really just trying to rush through this thing and have been not putting my stuff together where I need it. That is in there. Then we got next step is the shocks, which the front shocks were the yellow springs. And put them in the box. Okay, I don't know that you can really make that out the greatest, but that is the yellow springs. For some reason they're saying that's the front. I'm not going to argue. But I am going to flip this dude over. And looks like it's 4 more of the 17s, which are the medium-sized ones. Oh, not good. The only bad thing about a magnetic tray is your bolts will start to become magnetic, and when you go to pick them up, they will stick together. Then about the time you get 10 feet away from your tray, you drop a bolt and don't get to see where it went. Alright, there's 2 holes in this shock tower mount. One is for your pins for your body mounts, and the other are for your shock. So you kind of got to watch, make sure you don't get that in backward. You don't want to put that through your body mount hole and then be stuck not having a place to put your body mount, or not getting your body mount in. But you'll figure that out really, really fast. So I'm still kind of confused as to why we didn't put the panhard bar in sooner. Just my opinion. But Axial's probably concerned why I didn't put my servo in already. Because I don't have it yet. Bolts. The bolt threads in there pretty good piece. All right, that's one shock. Let's put this up here. Let's not put that up here. There we go. And it's gonna fall off anyways. Now I made sure that my what the heck? Made sure that the knuckle was in the right way. That way when the shock goes on. Alright. Again, the same deal. Thread her in there. I just started that, but for a maybe good reason. That way I can get this started down here as well, and then I'll go from there on snugging them down. Both shocks in, then it looks like they tell you to put the servo together. Don't have my servo. Looks like the washer and the little bolt goes to your servo, which I'll have a bolt with a servo, and another 17 threads directly in. Just for safety's sake, I'll double check it. Now I am going to flip this upside down to put my panhard bar in. Panhard bar is your top link bar. Some people call it swing blade, some people call it a Kaiser blade. Track bars, panhard, so many different names. I've heard them called a lot of different things. But that is that. Now, because for some reason I've taken so long, I'm going to stop this at this point, and then I'll put the rear drive shaft in a separate video. Until I can figure out how to edit, I'm going to have to just do step by step. Sorry guys, I do hope you enjoyed. Hope this keeps going, and hope to get to do this again. Thanks for watching.